Thank you. Good morning, everyone. How are we doing? Great. All right. Somebody needs coffee this morning. That's okay. We have it out there. All right. So a few years ago, I was thinking, where have all the big personalities gone? You know, those big guys who walked in the hallway at the radio station, who knew everything about radio, and they just had the best stories, and you just wanted them to take you under their wing and teach you everything. Well, they weren't at the station, so I said, I gotta start coming to Morning Show Boot Camp, because obviously I'm gonna walk in the door, our eyes are gonna meet, and you're gonna say, oh my God, Kiki, where have you been? I'm gonna develop you. I am your mentor now. Well, that didn't happen. Not exactly. So one year I was talking to Menace. I am a Woody Show stan. I love that show. I wanted to know everything. Did Morgan go on a trip to Mexico with a stranger, and did she come back okay? Did Woody finally buy his grandmother's house? How can we get Greg on an airplane so I could finally meet him in real life at Morning Show Boot Camp? And Menace, he was so gracious. He answered every single question I had, and that was just the tip of the iceberg. I went home and I thought, wow, Kiki, you are really invested in the Woody Show. What if I opened up to my listeners and told them more about what I was going through? Anxiety, losing my parents and that grief, and of course, balancing everything. Work, home, life, kids. What if I opened up more about my stories? So I did, and something interesting happened. My listeners started DMing me. They were thanking me because they felt seen, and they didn't feel alone anymore because I was sharing my struggles too. And then something even better happened. They started sharing their stories with me because they trusted me and they knew I was a safe space. Did the Woody Show just become my mentor and I didn't even realize it? Interesting. So last year, Barbie T took the stage. She was fabulous. She was beautiful. She was saying words that just were making light bulbs go off in my head. She started talking about military wives and baby showers. And I started thinking, what if I used the power of the microphone to uplift my community? She went on to talk about how she shows up for her clients, not because she has to, but because relationships are what matter most. So what if I showed up for my clients? I went home and I did. I made social media videos for them. I got to know them. I had lunch with them. I listened to them and what their needs were. And it worked. When they succeed, the community grows. It's a win-win. Barbie T, another mentor. And I bet she probably has no idea that she changed the way I do my job. So it was one morning, I opened up the mic and I said, Bestie, it is freezing outside. You better bundle up. Something about that word bestie struck a chord in my community. All of a sudden, I was going places and people were coming up to me. Hey, I'm a bestie, Kiki. Men, women, kids, they were besties. Something was going on, but I wasn't quite sure what. So 8 months into my first show, my solo show, I was here at Morning Show Boot Camp, chatting it up with Jenny Shields from Premiere. I just happened to mention besties. She looked me in the eye, she leaned in, and she said, that's your brand, Kiki. Run with it, own it. So I did. I went home and I bought everything I could. Bestie bags, bestie mugs, chapstick, anything I could get my hands on and put a logo on, I did it. And I invested in myself because that's what I wanted to do. So I built a community. Now they're walking around with my bestie bags. And I have merch that could be another source of income if I need it. And you better believe Jenny was the first person I called when those Bestie bags came in. So here's something you have to know too. I was one half of a very successful morning show. Top 3 consistently in Albuquerque, New Mexico, behind Kincaid and Dallas, of course, because come on, really, country, thanks a lot. And I was living my best life. Was I fulfilled? Not so much, but I was happy. All right, enter Ellen Kay. 2 years ago, morning show boot camp. True story, I have the Playboy magazine that she appeared in all those years ago sitting in my garage right now. I will never get rid of it. My dad even saved it for me because I was too young to even buy it. I love her. She's got this amazing career. She's a powerhouse woman. She came up on stage and she started talking about when you know it's time to do your own thing and just move on. I was sitting on the edge of my seat listening to every word she said, and something just changed inside of me. I wanted to lift people up in the morning. Any morning show can make you laugh. I wanted to be the one that made you feel in the morning. What if I delivered a magic morning mantra every day to set the tone for your busy week ahead? What if I concentrated on positive stories in my community? What if I gave a louder voice to the nonprofits that were making such a big difference in my community? Needless to say, I went home and I was a different person. And when a morning show opened up on my sister station, which was AC, I was like, hell yeah, put me in there. I got this. I put together a plan and I was ready. And I got it. And now I have Magic Mornings with Kiki Garcia on Magic 99.5. And that led me to one of the most supportive bosses I've ever had in Chris Hoffman at Cumulus Media. So the next time I see Ellen Kay, it's going to be really hard not to break down in tears. Because she did something for me no one else has ever done. She gave me the power to believe in myself, to take a risk and trust that everything is going to work out just fine. So here we are, another year, another boot camp. We know we're going to have fun. That's a given, right? We're going to stay up until the wee hours in the morning in the bar telling all of our stories because that's what we do, right? We're going to make friends. We're going to have fun. But just keep one thing in mind. You never know which conversation is going to change someone's life. That is the ripple effect. That is the new face of mentorship. And that, bestie, is the power of radio.
Folks, give it up one more time.